eyes try to see the way the world turned what happened to me. It's not exactly what I thought it would be. I got my house on a little piece of land. This is the place I'm gonna take my stand. But I keep living on dreams. One thing I know, that's the way it's gotta be. Am I living the American dream? I keep searching for that dream of me, hoping someday that I will see myself in American dream. Chance I get, you can't change nothing if you don't do that. I pay my taxes.
How y'all doing, baby? It is Thursday. It's time for a Blue Dot family meeting. I'm so glad y'all are here. Michael James, mi amigo out in California, Miguel, da bueno, doing fine here, buddy. Glad you're here. Dwayne Dwizzle, thank you for being here. Richard Phillips, how you doing? Sherry Puckett. I'm going to pause right there because our dear Sherry P., if you've seen the opening. Oh, you switch it. There you go. You doing it?
Yeah,
okay. I'm gonna take it down. I took a picture of this already, but I'm gonna display it in another way. But this is the quilt in my. Let me back out of the way, baby. Let me see. Everything's in the way, kind of. Let me move Lucky here real quick. Let me see. There's the pile of shit right there. That, I hope there's some of y'all are out there are looking up there and going, hey, I sent John that shirt, baby. And indeed you did. Indeed you did. And now it is on a quilt, and that is some quality work. I'm telling you, it is just really outstandingly fantastic. Those are the T-shirts that y'all have sent me over the time. It is amazing. On the reverse side is a material that Sherry ordered. It's the state of Texas, and it is gorgeous on the other side in case, people are coming over and you went, oh, hell, we don't want to piss them off. Turn it over, honey. And then I was so impressed, and I'll get a close of it later, with a little tag that is sewn onto the inside, and it says, "A Blue Dot in Texas, the Bertavo family. Thank you for your voice." Baby, that's one for the ages. That's one for the ages right there. I am just so proud of it. Because that's us, baby. And I love it because I sent her a bunch of T-shirts, and she picked the ones. She put the pattern up there. And I love it. And I love that she picked out one of them up there that says, if we had confidence the president clearly did not commit a crime, we would have said so. And I don't have to look up there to read that. It's embedded in my mind. But those T-shirts and so many, many more we could get. According to my count, we could make, I don't know, probably 100 more T-shirts. Quilts. Probably at least 50 or 60 of them anyway. But I am so proud of that. And Sherry, thank you so much for that. It is that is something that is going to stay forever. But it sums it all up to our fight those 5 years for what we knew was right. Anyway, Sherry, thank you for being here. Dorothy Tyndall is here. Thank you, baby. As is Stephanie Dean. Where's Clay? I mean, where's Jay Clayton? Where's Jay? Is he got the guitar out there strumming? Romantic booger. I was talking about y'all today, by the way. Marsha was listening to that guy, Towser. Finally learned his name, the guy with the cello. You ladies, if you haven't seen Towser yet, oh my God. Go
Isn't it Hauser? Not with a T? I thought it was Hauser.
I thought it was Towser, like Hauser with a T. Towser.
Oh, I could have sworn it was Hauser. But anyway, keep going.
Him and Jake Clayton. Always somebody. You know, make you look bad. They're romantic. They're handsome and all that other shit. Anyway, Stephanie Dean, I'm glad you're here, baby. Renee Harris is with us. Andre Jackson. Adina Michael is here. Martha Oliveira, baby. I hope your sister's doing much better. Y'all keep her, Martha's sister, in your heart, baby. Adina Michael is with us, as is Donald Ware. Let me see. BW is in the room. Thank you for being here. Teresa Diggum, our artist. Bernadette Pree, thank you, baby, for always being here. We appreciate it so much. Carol Bias. Carol, thank you for being here. I'm sorry I mess up somebody's name every day. Michael Leach is here, as is William Reed. Let me jump on down here now. Let me get down here to where we're currently. There you go. Pepsi Mac is in the room. Doug Schuff. Karen Van Wyk. The Lioness Linda Collins is with us, as is Susan. Oh, shit, it moved. Let me back it up because I done said. Bernadette Pree. Forsepi. Thank you, and Pepsi Max. Thank you all for being here. Anyway, it's Thursday, baby. It's time for another Blue Up family meeting. I'm glad you're here. Been a normal day at the house here, getting a few things done. Yesterday's adventure in doing Jenny's toes was quite an adventure, but she got all her little toenails done, and she looks so pretty. Today, well, let me start off by saying I got a chance to talk to several of our Blue Dots. T.W. Travis, I got to speak to him for only a few seconds because I was on the phone with my brother when T.W. called. But I got to speak to him for a few minutes. And then I talked to Bill Jones today, and I got to talk to Julia Thompson. And as a matter of fact, speaking of Julia Thompson, I got mail. I got mail from Julia Thompson, and it was a nice little gift. Thank you, Julia, so much, darling. We appreciate it, and it was a wonderful conversation I had with you today, and I'll be calling you back later. Anyway, I also got my funny times for the month from Paulette Hallbeck from Plano, Illinois. Paulette has been a long-time Blue Dot family member. I live on this funny times. The whole family gets us a good read out of it. But I also got to talk to Bill Jones on the phone today, and we were talking about a lot of things. But Bill today brought up the oath that he took as a young Marine. He's a jarhead. What do you know? Once a Marine, always a Marine. That's the way it goes. Anybody in the military knows that everybody's proud of their service. I'm proud of being a sailor. Sparky Dunk is proud of being an airman. And no matter what branch you're in, Army, you're proud of it. But a grunt, a jarhead, are you shitting me? Them guys are loyal to the end. And he talked today about the oath he took, the one I took, the one that all of us took who went in and who serve in our house. We all take the same oath. And that oath has been perverted by some. Oath Keepers comes to mind. Damaging what that oath represents in misguiding people into turning their back on the very thing they swore an oath to. When Bill and I talk sometimes, because we're both old, we're all veterans. And that oath and what this country means to us, and I'm sure to you, goes deep. And we have seen this democracy of ours, the very fiber of our nation, being attacked from within, as Khrushchev forecasted a long time ago. You know, when he said that they will not destroy America from without, they'll destroy it from within. And so much of what we've seen, by God, came right out of Russia, baby. Go figure. But we did it. It's our citizens that turned their back, not only on common sense, turned their back on morality, on the rule of law. Everything that they said they believed in, they turned their back on. And we're witnessing it more and more in our Congress right now. When hearings are going on, we're hearing lawmakers standing up there and trying to make it seem like January 6th just didn't happen. It's not what you think. This is not the insurrection you think it is. Bullshit. We all saw it. We all saw it, and we all need to remember exactly what it was. It was an attempt by a failed man to try to pull a coup off. Hell, those people were thinking the military was going to rush in any minute and be on their side. They're delusional, and some still are. And this dispute within the Republican Party, the one that we saw Liz Cheney ousted from, and more Republicans are gravitating towards her, because the other way is just a rat-infested ship that is destined to sink. I am proud of every blue dot, every one of us, and those that don't even know they're blue dots, for standing up and taking charge in the last 5 years, to say this will not stand, that we will not have a society run by liars, cheats, and thieves. And we rose up in 2018. We ran big in 2020. We now have the Senate, the White House, and the Congress, and the House of Representatives. We lose one, it starts to get a slippery slope, baby. Right now in Congress, we got Joel Greenberg. Speaking of Congress, you know, Matt Gaetz's buddy down there in Florida. Story came out today that he's going to plead guilty on Monday. And he has a plea agreement going on, which means that if he's got a plea agreement, he had to cough up everything he knew. I think they said on TV everything from the first thing he ever stole in a store when he was a kid up to today. Who was involved, how much, what are the names, what are the dates, can you back up this information? All of it. He pleads guilty on Monday. Anybody want to take odds on how long the indictment's going to take to come out on Matt Gaetz? Pretty soon he's going to be thrown off his committees. That'll be the first thing that Kevin McCarthy will be forced to do. I guess so Matt could wander the halls with Marjorie Taylor Greene, who is evidently stalking AOC, jumping her out there, talking about the Black Lives Matter organization being a terrorist group. Are you shitting me, girl? You don't have to look far to find the terrorist group, baby. They're you. They're QAnon. They're idiots. They're the treasonous assholes. I seen last night on Trevor Noah on the Daily Show. They had a cure for it. It's called insurrection. Yeah, it's something you get there at the pharmacy. I guess you take the little pill there, and next thing you know, the insurrection never happened. I'm sure some of our lawmakers are already taking it, but we cannot let this stand. We must stay involved, and we must keep ourselves dedicated to the thought that we are a society that we are responsible for being involved in. It's our responsibility to vote. It is a privilege indeed, but it is a responsibility to each other that we push our society forward. And I do believe over a little bit of time we are going to see this ragtag piece of crap Republican Party that's left, the white supremacists, the neo-Nazis, the Marjorie Taylor Greenes, the Matt Gaetzes, the Ron Johnsons, the Ted Cruzes, Josh Hawleys. They'll fade away eventually because they're stained with the Trump, smeared with Trump crap. Got Trump shit all over them and it stays. They can't even, the only thing that takes it out, baby, is vote. And that's what removed the stubborn orange stain we had. So that's our power. Anyway, just talking to Bill Jones makes me feel good because it's a camaraderie that we both feel deep. That this is a land that we love. that we indeed put our names on a piece of paper that says my life is worth this country. That we sign a check with up to and including our life, if need be. And many paid that price. And if you think of all those checks over the centuries that we have cashed, that's how we grew this country, and that's how we keep our freedom. That's how come we have a democracy. We cannot let the deaths of millions of patriots who fought to give us this, we cannot let it slip from our fingers. We must strengthen it. We must move it forward. And anyway, that's all I got. Oh, shit. Aussie Dave, are you there, brother?
Yeah, I'm here, man. How are you?
I'm doing fine. How's everything down under?
Anyhow.
Huh?
It went well. We're well into autumn.
Autumn.
It's cooled down. Our country's running fine. We have a flare in COVID again. Just goes to show with this COVID stuff, you come a little bit complacent and think, it's all sorted now and, we can relax, which we did over here. Right. And all of a sudden, bammo, you get an increase of cases. So be aware, guys. This is going to be around for a long time, and we're experiencing, if you're complacent, it'll get you in the arse again. So it's going to have to be sort of, I think, carried on for a couple of years to get it out of the world. But the biggest virus in the world at the moment is this freaking GOP party over there.
Trumpitis.
It's affecting.
It's
affecting the world. Yeah, it's a pandemic. I mean, it's unbelievable the influence that Trump's had. The damage he done is flying over, and it's made other arseholes in the world stand up and say, well, I'm going to give it a go.
Yeah.
And they are.
Yeah. Hey, if that guy can be an asshole, I can be a bigger asshole than him. Watch this. Yeah, next thing you know, we got a bunch of assholes.
He can walk away from it. He can walk away from it. There's no fear with these guys. I see Gates on TV yesterday saying it's just a witch hunt. You get the Trump line,
let's
and
see.
I'm innocent, and I'm a great guy, and all this shit. I see this other guy saying, "Oh, look, it was just a tourist thing on January the 6th."
Yeah.
I mean, if anyone believes the GOP after what I've seen in the last 48 hours between Gats and the January the 6th denials, and the My Pillow guy saying Trump's coming back in August to be the president because the SCOTUS is going to reinstate him. If anyone believes the GOP after this, they're fucking insane.
Yep, they are. They're totally lost it. Much to talk about there, Aussie. Let's get Bill Jones.
Yes,
Bill?
mate.
Bill, I enjoyed our talk today, brother.
That was really good. Just to remind all of our Blue Dots, John and I are passionate for the same reason we all are. We're all Americans, buddy.
Sure.
We're in this together.
That's it.
Whether you're Republican, Libertarian, Democrat, it doesn't matter. We're all Americans. And I got a little fired up the other night and went off on a minute or two rant. I came on the show for about 3 minutes at the end. But I'm fired up for that reason because this is all of our country.
It is indeed. And it's our responsibility to take care of it. All of us.
Don't let these Republican assholes take our right to vote away.
Nope.
Call your senators, call your Republicans, call your representatives, write a letter to your editorial you load in the newspaper. Whatever you got to do, make your voice heard that you're not going to stand for them taking your votes away.
There you go. That's what it's about. It's our responsibility to each other.
We earned that right.
We did, buddy. Ain't nobody taking our vote.
That's all I'm saying about that.
And we're not going to allow them to take anybody else's vote because that's why we joined.
No, this is America, man. This ain't some goddamn autocratic dictatorship.
No. Everybody gets a vote. That's what the deal is. Everybody gets a vote.
Yeah, we'll get into that in the show. We got probably an hour to go here. But I wanted to share something with my Blue Dot brothers and sisters. A little bit of off the cuff, nothing to do with Blue Dot news.
What? Go ahead.
This is a note from the president, trustees, and faculty of the University of Notre Dame are pleased to announce Cassandra Marie joins. Cassie, that's my angel.
That's your girl.
Yep. Bachelor of Arts in Neuroscience Behavior and a supplemental major in Applied Mathematical Computational Mathematics and Statistics to graduate Sunday, May 23rd, 2021.
I can hear it in your voice, Bill.
Yeah,
That kind
really.
of pride. Bill, you know what Bill told me today? She's got degrees he can't even spell. That is something. I'm so. It's such a great story, Bill's daughter, because as Bill reminded us,
holy shit! How do you?
that came from Bill said, "Well, that proves the apple does fall far from the tree." And I said, "No, Bill, it fell close, but it rolled away. It rolled. It picked up steam."
Really proud of my little baby, and that's a kudos to young Mr. Dominic, Bernadette Free's grandson. I want you to know, buddy, that young lady I was just talking about went to the same program 10 years ago when she was 10 and a half years old. She's 21 now, so almost 11 years. She, at the end of fourth grade, between fourth and fifth grade, she went to a summer program on science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, STEM. She loved it. She said, "Daddy, that's what I want to do." I said, "Sweetie, I don't care what you want to do. Just be good at what you do and love it."
There you go.
And make a long story short, she was in a charter school, kindergarten through eighth grade. She finished that. She went to the first 2 years of high school here and got a scholarship to the North Carolina School of Science and Math, which is the state STEM high school for juniors and seniors.
Right.
She went there, graduated at the top of her class, and got a scholarship to Notre Dame. And
I don't be getting all mushy here now. Come on.
So my message to Dominic is, buddy, I'm going to tell you like I did my daughter. Take the bull by the horns and do it.
Grab the
I know you
baby.
can make your mom and your grandma proud, and there's a lot of stuff out there for anybody in in technology, science, math. The world is
Those
crazy.
are the jobs that help save us from ourselves.
She's
You know.
she's making more money
Oh, yeah, I heard it's a pretty lucrative field.
in
It's
her
hard to
first
get
year
there.
working. She got a 2-year thing with the National at the Neuroscience Research Department in Bethesda, Maryland, right there. But she's making more.
Well, that's the plan.
I mean, yeah.
That's the plan. They do better than we do.
Yep.
Anyway,
But my message to Dominic is, buddy, that's a good thing. And if STEM is your thing, buddy, you got a big future, and I'm proud of you as well. But I wanted to brag about my little baby. So
as well
let
you
everybody
should.
else in the room. And
As well you
later
should.
on in the show, I have a little one
Bill, I'm losing
minute
it.
mini rant, kind of a
Okay.
wrap up of what I was talking about, a little more common sense and advice on what we could do about it.
There you
So
go.
anyway, bring everybody else in. Let's talk.
All right, will do. Thank you, Bill, for being here. S.C. Smith.
Yep.
S.C. How's
Hello.
everything out in Tallahassee?
Doing good.
Good.
Got me some gasoline today, so my stress level went down.
There you
about
go,
6:30.
There you
about
go.
about 6:30 this morning, my stress level went way back down, and I calmed down because the last couple of days I just been off the walls. I was God Almighty. I tell you what, it's just been. You take a nap on a Monday afternoon, and when you wake up from your nap, shit's going crazy. And
Yeah, what
everybody's
happened?
Buying all the
Shit.
gas. I'm like, what the hell?
Ah, shit.
I just went past the gas station.
I know what you were
2
thinking at
hours
one
ago.
point.
There was,
S.C.
I'm
At
like-
one point, I know what you were thinking. When you were in that line for gas, and you were getting closer, you kept thinking to yourself, "Son of a bitches, you better not run out before I get there."
well, John, here's the thing. I went and there was nobody in line.
Oh, really?
Okay, so I went out to this gas station that's on the side of town where I used to work, and at that time in the morning, there's really no one. Now, on the other side of the road, there's people coming into town, but going out of town, there's really no one going out. So that side of the road ain't too busy. So I was sitting here because I got the little Gas Buddy app, and that damn thing lied to me. That Gas Buddy, screw Gas
lied to
Buddy,
you,
it
huh?
lied to me
Son of
because
a
it told me there was places that had gas, and I went running, and none of them places had gas. So that pissed me off, and that was like last night about 9 o'clock. So, and I've been thinking the whole time, I'm just gonna get up. I'm gonna get up Thursday morning, and I'm gonna head to this place. And so I did. That's what I got. I got up this morning. I rode out there. Got there about 6:30. No one there. I went there. You got gas? Yeah, we got gas. We got gas. So I filled up my tank, and I had a 5-gallon container with me. And I filled that up mainly because I filled that up to put gas in my mom's car because my mom had appointments to go to. So I filled that up, went back to the house because I wouldn't go let it sit. I went back to the house, filled up her. Well, I didn't fill up her tank. I put the gas, that 5 gallons, in her tank. I said, you know what? I'm gonna go back and take a chance. I went back, and then there was only 4 people. So yeah, I no stress, no lines. Went there, filled up my tank and her tank, and got it out the way. And there's still a lot of places here in town that don't have gas. I just thought about this place because I said that Monday night. I said, I'm gonna get up in the morning Tuesday, and I'm gonna go here and try to see if I can get gas. And I didn't do it. And the first thing I seen on the news was that damn gas station where people are like, there's no one there in the morning. And they're probably, so, yeah. But anyway, my stress level is down.
Good.
Completely. And
Good.
let's move on.
We want you all stress-free around here. Thank you, SC, for coming in. Sparky Dunk, I hope you're not all stressed out, buddy.
What would I be stressed out about?
I have no idea. You have delivery. You shouldn't be.
Sitting in the house under the AC. Only thing is be pissed off about is it's getting hot again.
It's getting hot again. What's wrong with that? I prefer too hot. I prefer
you
too
don't
hot
know about
to too cold.
Northern California summers then.
No, I don't. No. Y'all get pretty hot up there.
Yeah.
But you got a nice view. You're up in the mountains and shit.
Well, yeah, but there's no snow on the mountains anymore.
Yeah, that's going away. Yeah, I see that just popped in my head.
It's all melted off by now.
Over the years, I think it covered 100 years what the average temperatures across the United States. Yeah, Southwest, it's getting a little dry out there, baby. It really bad.
The south face of Mount Shasta has no glaciers anymore.
Boy, howdy.
The north face.
They ought to put people on that and see what's causing that.
Yeah,
maybe we
the
can.
north side still has a couple little ones.
Ain't it sad? Yep, you're watching it just disappear. Anyway, Spark, thank you for being here. Let's get Velda in the room. Velda Lee, how are you, Velda? Velda is away from her mic.
You stepped away.
I'm sure she'll be here in just a minute.
Yeah.
She'll catch up with us here. Anyway, let me catch up. Speaking of that, while we're getting going here, Diana Mallory, bequeather of the Gong, came in with $5 and said, did anybody see the town hall last night with Fauci and the woman that got the vaccine out there? Wow, that was a good show. No, Diana Mallory, I did not get to see it. What was I watching last night? I have no idea. It was yesterday. I've slept since then. And Catman, my buddy Keith up in Minneapolis, came in with $3 and said, to the Popcorn Fund, the Trump frat club, the right-wing nut jobs, are eating their own into the history book like the old Whig Party. Thank God. That's the show, baby. That's the show. And I want to give a shout-out before I post on, because I saw it go by in the chat. I want to say hello to Robert Sanchez, who's right here in Corpus Christi. He just jumped in, said hello, everybody from Corpus Christi. So I like to catch people from the local area. Robert, thank you for being here, brother. We appreciate it. Anyway, where was I?
Can I bring a point in?
Huh?
I want to say something about this Tucker arson.
Tucker
arson.
Is that Tucker Carlson?
Yeah, Tucker
Okay.
Carlson. Arson.
He's an ass wipe.
Mate,
He's an ass wipe. That's what he is.
How the hell does he stay on a TV program spouting bullshit to people, inciting upset, anxiety, all those dangerous things, and be not in jail? Because this is no different than walking around and then grabbing people in the street, slapping them in the face and saying, don't believe in democracy, don't take the vaccine. slapping another bloke and saying that's no different. It's an assault
You know what
on,
the scary
on
thing is,
intelligence.
Dave, is he's got one of the biggest rated TV shows in the nation. That asshole,
He's out there ranting,
Tucker Carlson, that shithead,
killing people.
the white
This
supremacist little
virus-
ass that just spews out shit all the time, has got one of the highest rated shows on TV.
I know,
I agree
but
with-
what he's doing is he's saying this. Don't take the vaccine; it's killing people. And if you take this one, you'll have to take more. What do you mean more? What are you talking about? And the fact is, doesn't he realise, and the Trump supporters realise, the vaccine's only killing Americans? Wow, what's different about that? No one else in the rest of the world's having problems with deaths over this vaccine. Only
nobody
Americans
does
and
it like
Tucker
we do it.
Carlson.
Yes,
So
it goes along with what we were talking earlier. Those who are out to actively work against democracy, against our democratic system. That's what Tucker Carlson is. That's what Fox Spews is. That's what the right-wing nut job society and the GOP is. They are actively working against our democratic system. They have
Did you
shown
hear
us
about the Ohio vaccine lottery?
$1 million, baby, to 5 people.
what?
Yes, Ohio. If you're in Ohio,
And
please stay tuned.
scholarships. They're giving away 5 scholarships, too.
Boy, howdy. Yes, if you go get your vaccination in Ohio, you're entered into a lottery, so you can either win $1 million. Oh, that's right. I did hear that. The scholarship, fully put room, board, books, everything.
Damn.
So
That's strictly just for kids under 17.
yeah, that's for the kids. They
For
get a
17 and
scholarship,
under.
but everybody else, they have a shot at the $1 million. What? Karen
The rest of
Van
the
Wyk
world's
just
not
said
doing
Bill
this.
Maher got COVID. What?
What?
That's what Karen Van Wyk just said in the chat. Bill Maher
Highly
got
probable.
COVID. Check that out, Travis. See if that's
And he's
true.
been vaccinated. He has been
I
vaccinated.
thought he had been vaccinated.
He has.
That's
because
true.
He made a point on his show.
Well, that's not good news.
No, no, it just
Shit,
goes to he may have the variant strain though. He may have this
could
new
have a
strain
variant,
that's popped
yeah.
up, and you know.
Well, shit, we wish him well.
because When all
Governor-
these idiots go
Governor-
on this spring break, they go on this spring break and say, "No, we'll be right. Fuck the rest of the world. Fuck my fellow human beings. I'm going to have my spring break." And they've come back and your numbers spiked straight after the spring break. About 10 days later, your numbers went through the roof. So, you know, I don't know how you're going to get it through to your local people. The vaccinations are good. They keep smallpox
today-
away. They keep chickenpox away.
Fauci and the CDC and everything came out with new guidance, and it says if you have been vaccinated, you no longer have to wear a mask, inside or outside, as long as you're not in a crowded environment with packed-in people. Then it would be wise to wear a mask. Other than that, a normal room where people are normally distanced 6 feet away or whatever, a mask is not necessary. And now you caveat that with the thought that and I am a firm believer in this, it's up to the establishment you're walking into. If I see a sign on that door that says mask required, I'm wearing a mask. I'm probably wearing a mask anyway for a while because I'm used to it. And besides that, I got some cool-ass looking masks. The establishment themselves, but when we're going to go through this transition, if people are going to, challenge it. Well, I don't have to wear a mask anymore, but it's going to be up. And I run on that rule of don't be an asshole. If the establishment requires it, put it on.
Our governor, Gavin Newsom,
Yeah,
is dropping the mask mandate on the 15th of June.
it's going to start dropping because more and more people are getting the vaccine.
Too early.
Yeah,
too
but
early.
a lot of people are saying it's too early because of the variants. There are variants, and we're not totally 100% sure on the variants yet. Go ahead.
I'm seeing here Bill Maher is canceling real time for Friday because he has tested positive for COVID-19.
Yep, but luckily he's not showing signs or symptoms. He feels fine. So, he must have just caught it. Because, again, you and I are probably reading the same article, SC. You get the vaccine, it doesn't mean that you can't contract the virus. It just means you might feel little to no symptoms. Yeah, exactly.
You know what it means to me? You ain't going to die.
Yeah, that's the most
That's the
important
biggest
thing.
thing
to me.
right there. Vaccination means to me. Hey,
Amen.
I ain't gonna die. Even if I get the shit, I can go through a few days of sick. Okay, I'm sick.
Yeah.
The key words there, you ain't gonna die. Let me
Amen
thank
to the not dying.
Yeah. Teresa Diggum, who came in with $5 and said there needs to be some sort of regulations on networks that spew dangerous language like you can't yell fire. Exactly, Teresa.
Amen.
I saw a comment just a minute
Yeah.
ago on go by about Facebook being a heavy place for right-wing propaganda and nut jobs.
Oh yeah.
Social media, baby, it is it tests our belief in the freedom of speech.
And not only that, but it'll drive you crazy. I mean, that's
it
one
will.
of the things that
It'll drag you into a rabbit hole like you wouldn't believe.
Last couple of days, I just because you know what you go see, all this nonsense about the gas. You go see old pictures from 2 or 3 years ago, people doing stupid shit, and it's gonna be put out there, and people will think like it's happening now. And it's I don't. The less I have to hear about it, the less my stress will be down. So I was kind of staying off the Facebook and stuff for the last couple of days. I was just like, I just don't want to see it. I don't want to hear the news, and and shit. And when there's a gas problem, don't put it out. Yeah, there's gas at this store. No, don't do it. Just shut the
hell up.
Did
Get
you
your
see
gas.
Did you see any people putting gaseline in a plastic bag?
I didn't see it, but I heard about it. Are you shitting me?
But see, that's another that happened.
Oh, to take
I
their
remember
fucking driver's license away right there. They're too stupid.
From the hurricanes. I mean, that people panicking buying gas happened with all the hurricanes, and I swear a lot of those pics and stuff we seen. Some of them might have been from here lately, but some of them were from a few years back when people were going crazy and buying gas during the hurricanes, And so, yeah, don't doubt me. I know that's a real video of someone doing that, putting the gas in the bag. But, I don't think, it's just, like I said, just a lot of misinformation is definitely for sure out there.
I'm surprised you haven't heard about somebody putting gas in a styrofoam container.
Oh, shit. And if it's put out there 3 years ago, it could be used in the future for next time some stupid shit happens. There it is. We can just put this old pic from 3 years ago up here and
Look,
put a meme to it, make it look like
bag.
it's happening in the now. It's just So
Valerie Wood Rosato, I saw the picture of the Hummer. There is a picture on social media about some guy that was carrying a bunch of gas, and they show the inside of the Hummer, and there's a bunch of gas cans in there. Evidently, he lit his cigarette and kaboom. So, it might be a nice vehicle, but the driver's not too smart there, buddy. They
don't realize it's the fumes. It's not the gas.
Yeah, it's not the gasoline. Hell, that's not what's. As a matter of fact, gasoline. That's what's burning is the fumes. It's not the. It's not.
This morning
it
when
heats
I
up
filled
and
up
lets
that
the fumes
5-gallon
go.
tank,
Boom.
This morning when I filled up that 5-gallon tank and put it in the back of my little SUV, I rolled down every window in that damn thing, and I threw my cigarettes. I threw my cigarettes in the floorboard because it's such a habit for me. I threw my cigarettes in the floorboard. Don't reach over there and grab one.
Grab one. The smoking light is out.
I'd like to say how impressed I am with this.
Well, thank you, Dave. Not too many people say that about my looks, but I appreciate it.
Yes, I love you,
Go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
I'm so impressed with the way this new White House press secretary handles the Fox and the right-hand media. Yeah, she's friggin' brilliant.
Yes.
She turns it right back on them and says, things like, one of these Fox guys says, well, why doesn't Biden tweet and Biden use the social media? And she sort of said, well, he's too busy doing his job. And
that's right.
Rather than putting that stupid quotes on them, I thought, you
Shut
beautiful
up, get out
woman,
of here. Slap him. Get the heck. Why ain't he on Twitter more? I'm glad he's not. I never expected my president to be on Twitter all day long tweeting about every damn thing in the world. I don't want that. Ignorant, I remember so distinctly the day he tweeted out no more transgender in the military over Twitter. Such a decision like that, and made in a moment. It just one of those things that really pissed me off. I'm sorry, but there's
But she makes the other previous ones look like real lowlifes.
Oh,
She's
man.
got class, you know.
I'm
And
telling you.
also, how do you feel about Miss Jenner's run?
I
mean, she's falling on her ass.
I hope for the sake of California she doesn't get it. I mean, I
She's
saw the
only
interview.
polling 6%.
6%.
Yeah.
I don't think she has a shot. She did an interview with Dana Bash, and it didn't go well. She displayed that she really doesn't know anything. Her basic answer to everything was, "Well, we need to talk about that. We need to look into that. No matter what it was, we need to look into that, and we're going to find out, and we'll get the best people, and we're going to get it fixed." Not really into facts a whole lot, just generality speaking.
Familiar?
Yeah, no shit. That's what it takes. Donnie proved to the world that you don't have to be intelligent. You don't even, look at our lawmakers, some of them. They're the stupidity,
Amen.
the lack of common sense.
Saying,
Huh?
what were we saying a year and a half ago? That if someone comes along that's intelligent, more intelligent than Trump and smarter than Trump,
Yes.
they could get away with this shit. And, and then now MSNBC and CNN are saying those similar statements. If we don't nip this in the bud now, the next one that comes along with Trump ideas
Yes.
with a brain on his head is going to
And they're
destroy
already
America
out there.
worse than Trump did.
DeSantis is trying to pull it out of Florida. He hopes to be
Yes.
the next
Yes.
one. There's people out there
Yes.
already taking. And
Speaking
that's,
of Governor DeSantos,
speaking of Ron, what's up?
I'd get a letter in the mail addressed to my dead mother from Governor Ron DeSantis.
Are you
Oh, isn't that nice?
in California?
Okay, I thought,
Pray tell.
Republican
What did it
Florida.
say?
It's a fundraising letter.
Huh.
Ain't that sad?
send him some bitcoins.
Yeah, send them bitcoins. That's what that.
No, send them Monopoly money.
There she
Hello,
is.
Velda.
Hello,
Hey,
Velda. How are you, darling?
Hi. Oh, pretty good. Hey,
Hey.
when you got through with Jenny's feet yesterday,
Uh-huh.
did you paint her toenails?
No, but the conversation has arisen. Yes, the conversation has arisen because they're all cleaned up now. I
you
was
gotta-
thinking about getting the rasp out there,
This
getting them
time
real
of the
shiny,
year.
and then painting them pink.
Yeah, no, lavender.
Lavender? Wow.
Lavender.
Some kind of girly color, I'm sure. It's what she needs a bow. She needs a bow.
Well, just
Hey,
We're
put a
gonna
nice
paint
polka dot paint.
Vicky's toenails. Marcia keeps wanting to look at that my pibble.
Paint him a nice cobalt blue.
She's already got a
Oh,
real
there you
flowery collar that we got for her. She's a sweetie. Let's don't start on Vicky. I make myself sound bad.
And
What?
Bill, your
Yeah.
daughter,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
know what? She's got a fantastic advantage.
Why is that?
Parents who take their time and support their children in what they want to learn and what they want to study and back them 100% have the best chances in the world. She
Yep.
didn't fall that far from the
No,
tree.
no, she fell
You
close
just
to the
helped
tree.
her roll into where she needed
There
to
you go.
go.
There you go.
All I did was tell her to pick something that she loved to do, and it wouldn't be work. That's what
That's
I told
it.
her.
That's the best
And,
thing advice anybody
yeah.
can do. If you find something you can
Yeah.
do that you
Yeah.
enjoy, it won't be work.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that way you're getting up to go have fun. You ain't going
Yeah.
to work.
Where you
Shit.
got to go?
And you get paid for it. Shit. Yeah.
Yeah, amen.
I
Amen.
see. I'm glad to see
Thank-
that you used a gas can instead of a plastic bag.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you
Hey,
for that, Bill. by
We're
the way.
blue dots.
Yeah.
We have common sense. No, not a plastic bag.
Yeah.
Give me that empty milk
I-
carton.
Yeah, I was
No, it's,
like,
it's
yeah.
more than that. It's having a will to live.
Yes. I don't want to die.
You-
Shit,
you-
no.
you-
I've made it.
you
I've
put-
made it to
you put-
68 years old. Shit, why would I want to die now? Whether it be from
Yeah.
COVID or smoking a cigarette with the gas cans in the back seat. You know,
And
Was
if I
that?
had
Was that? Sorry, Voda, go on.
I was just going to go ahead and finish your statement there. It's okay. I'll come in with my next little
Well,
zinger in a
I
minute.
was going to say, whoever posted that little thing on Discord in the chat section there, the photograph of the boot with plastic bags full of petrol, was that recent or was that an old
No,
old
that's
thing? Or
recent.
is that
No, that's
recent? Is it?
real.
Oh
Yes.
my God!
See there you go, Dave. To see like it's just hard.
You-
I know a couple of the things that I seen were from a couple years ago, like the one lady that was there putting it in the one bag and trying to tie. That was from a couple, but the one that you were talking about there, I seen that pic, but I don't know. I can't tell no more these days. Was that really today, or was that from a couple
You
years?
know,
It's just
you know
sometimes
that
it's
gray
good.
tote, a gray tote. People were filling up totes, gray totes.
Yeah.
My
Well, I
God.
believe it was Albert Einstein that said there was two things that were infinite: the universe and human stupidity.
Well, they won't turn the
agree.
petrol pump on
Pretty
in
smart
Australia.
guy.
If you go to the petrol pump, in Australia with anything less than an approved can, and they could before they turn the pump on, they're looking through the camera always. They will not turn the pump on. They'll come up across the speaker and say, "Sir, that's not an approved container," and they
Yeah.
won't turn the pump on.
Yeah.
Right.
That's.
Yeah.
I mean, the person that turned
That's
the pump
why we
on
have America.
is
If
a
you want to
problem
be
as
an idiot,
well.
you can be
It's
an
not
idiot
just the
here.
driver. Yes, you can be an idiot anywhere in the world.
Yeah, and I hate to say, the whole problem started with us when everybody panicked Monday and went and bought
Yeah,
all the
Devin
gas.
Nunes.
Okay,
Yeah.
and not only and the thing was
How's your toilet paper?
That's we got that. But people coming in and filling up those tanks. Well, I did that this morning, but my main reason for doing that was my mom needed gas to get to where she needed to go. She's got doctor's appointments. She's 75 years old. She's got things that she needs to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that was the main. So I got it, and you know what? I said, screw it. I'm gonna go get my damn gas. I'm gonna go get her gas. That's I didn't cause the situation. I didn't freak out. I took a nap and woke up, and all hell had broke loose. Now we got no more gas. So shit.
Stop
Definitely.
napping.
Not
Shit.
happened. The trucks are running, so it'll be solved shortly.
Yeah,
There,
yeah.
actually, a few states trucks were diesel was out in a few states.
Yeah.
And
I thought
belong
that
to
was
a
all
trucker,
sorted now.
I belong to a women's trucking forum, and they were telling drivers and to pass it on that truck stop at X still has diesel. Truck stop at X mile marker is out.
Yeah.
So they were passing around where that you could get fuel.
Well, the fuel's starting to
And
flow
a lot-
now, so it'll be a
Yeah.
matter of time,
Yeah,
and things will be
I
pulled
mean,
back up.
they they say by the weekend it should be back normal, but the thing is, it just kind of starts a chain reaction. You know what I'm saying? So as soon as all these stations get gassed, there's gonna be people lined up, and unless they kind of, I don't know. I mean, they're not gonna have gas that long, but eventually it'll work itself out. Like I said, I got full tanks. I'm smart with the way I do it. I've always been smart with the way I buy gas, but at the moment when that happened Monday, I didn't need gas. I would have been fine because I really didn't need to do shit for the next couple of days. I mean, so we had gas, but then it was just a mess that didn't need to happen, and so yeah.
It should explain to us the reality of when things go wrong. Not everybody is concerned about their fellow citizens. They're more concerned about themselves.
Yeah, and that was.
Go ahead, Belda.
I love it when President Biden. I love being able to say
I
president
know it.
before a name. Anyways, he said today, in a very serious, and I mean he got serious. If they find out that there's price gouging, they will be taken down.
They need to be. And there is. It's going on. You bet your ass it's going on.
Oh yeah.
They will be taken down. I love it.
I hope he follows through on that heavy. I distinctly remember back during 9/11, my wife and my family and I were all up in Rapid City, North Dakota, going to see the Faces in the Mountain, Mount Rushmore and everything. That's where we were. when the attack happened. And, after a day or two of letting it sink in of what was going on in the news and everything, like many people, we wanted to be home. I wanted to be home where I was familiar with my surroundings, where I was, where are the resources, whatever it is.
So it's safe.
Right. So we headed out with very little cash in our pocket to get back home. And I remember passing somewhere in Kansas, and there was a gas station, and it was like $4.89 a gallon. This is, when gas was still $1 something, low something, $1.25, $1.50, or whatever the fuck it was back then. I can't remember, but
I think in my state it was 99 cents a gallon.
yeah, it was pretty
In
much around
Washington.
$1.
Well, I definitely remember when it went up after 9/11.
Yeah.
I definitely remember
But
that for sure.
and you knew a lot of it because the news was reporting that, there's a run on everything, everybody get ready for the big boom. We don't always think about our fellow man. We should be prepared to not only take care of yourself, but prepared to take care of others if you need to be. That's what we're supposed to do. E pluribus unum, one out of many one. We're supposed to be Americans to help. That's how we reach out and help each other. And in the last 5 years, this idiot that came along, who lied, and just
Cheated and stealed.
yeah, lie, cheat, steal. He was an immoral asshole, willing to destroy anything in his path and his lust to be a proclaimed king. He hurt this country, and it's going to take a while to get that back. Huh?
And his cult followers.
Yes, that's exactly what they're calling it now. They're calling it out for exactly what it is. It's a cult of personality. It's
The
Donnie
new
or
Jim
nothing.
Jones cult.
Yes, except Donnie would charge you for the Kool-Aid. He would. He'd get them to donate
No
right
doubt.
before they drank the Kool-Aid. Let me see, empty your bank account. We need all your money. Thank you very much. Go over there and get your cup. That's what Donnie would do because he doesn't give a shit. As long as he gets the money and the fame, that's all he cares about. And now he's lost his platform. He's every day less and less relevant. Huh?
Yeah,
When you
he's
get
he's
attacked-
also
when you get
really
attacked
scared
for
right
telling the
now.
truth, when you get attacked for telling the truth, and you get what do they call it? In America, the name they're calling this what they've done to Cheney, for being honest,
Yeah.
and standing up for the right, they're doing it openly,
Yes.
not in the behind closed doors like they've done years ago.
And that's what Donnie Boy taught him. If you're going to do it out in front of
Yes.
God and everybody. That way it's not a surprise
Yes.
to anybody.
And they're
We
emboldened
should've,
all the time.
Go ahead, Bill.
I'd like to comment on that because if we would have looked at our hindsight, we saw this coming 5 years ago. He
Yes,
said in the
yes.
beginning. He said in the beginning when he was running for president in 2016. He said, "I won't complain about the outcome as long as I win." We knew what was happening in 2016. We knew what was happening in 2020. The big lie was no surprise. All the misinformation that we've been getting, whether it's about the pipeline, whether it's about voter fraud, vaccines, all the conspiracy theories, whether it's about Jewish lasers or God knows, all these bullshit things that are coming out.
Mm-mm.
It was set up by 30,000 lies over 4 years from this man.
Yeah.
And our job is to call it out.
Yes.
Our job is to call it out. Yes, it was planned. Yeah, I was getting to that.
Oh, Julie.
It was performed in Addison, Texas, in a airplane hangar 2.5 years ago. And this guy's been arrested, by the way.
Good.
I think the biggest GOP sin, and people will disagree with me, besides the insurrection, was what 386 bills in 47 states to
Yes.
take away our right to vote. I think I think it's not only a sin, it's treason. So, and it isn't a Republican thing. It isn't a Democrat thing. John and I talked about this today. It's
an American thing. Yes.
It's our right to vote. So whatever you do, whether you write letters to your editor, whether you get on the phone and call your congressman, senator, make sure that every time somebody brings up one of these bullshit things that you call them on it and remind them that we all have that inherent right to have a voice in our representative democracy to vote. I don't care if you're Republican, Democrat, Libertarian, whatever the hell you are. It don't matter.
We'll take our chances on everybody.
Yeah. I mean, when I was a young voter, you went to vote. Everybody, it was cool. Everybody voted, you know? And you never asked anybody who they voted for. It wasn't a big deal. It was a personal thing.
No.
Donald
involved
Trump
in unless they put a sign in the yard. I didn't,
right.
I'm not going over to ask you anything.
Donald Trump changed the rules, and what we have to do is be aware of the changes that he made by, one, calling out their bullshit, and two, like John says on almost every one of his rants, get involved and make a difference. Whatever you do. I mean, it can be as simple as putting a bumper sticker on your car. I don't care.
Talking to your neighbor, talking to a friend.
Exactly.
Making somebody
that let people know.
In situations where you don't feel comfortable, make sure they know you're uncomfortable and walk away. If they use language you don't like, well, I'm sorry, but I'm out of here. I'm not that kind of person. See y'all later. Bye. There's ways we can all do things.
And it's so important. This is more important than anything we've faced in my lifetime.
You know the biggest danger here?
Go, Dave.
Is complacency, like the virus in Australia. We got complacent, and it's sprung back up again. If we get complacent with America and the democracy and what's happening behind the scenes, people say, let someone else sort it out. Someone else won't sort it out.
As is evidenced by our citizenry, every election, 100 million people sit on their ass. Really?
Don't vote at all.
Yeah.
Don't give a shit. Not interested. And y'all figure it out. Let me know.
In Dave's country, they have a 98% turnout. You know why? Because they get fined if they don't, and if they have an excuse, they got to go to court and show that they were in the hospital or they had a reason for not being there.
I want to say again my idea about voting day. I think voting day, the National Voting Day in November should be a national holiday. It should be a paid holiday if you vote. If you vote, you get a paid holiday. If you don't vote, hey, you got the day off because nobody's wanting to come in and take care of your ass while they're out doing their shit.
They should make it a 4-day weekend. They should make it a long weekend.
They should avoid and make it more accessible. And thanks to Bernadette Pree, let's remind everybody to call your senator, call your congressman. If you want to call the Senate, the number is 202-225-3121. That's for the Senate, 202-225-3121. For the House of Representatives.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Biden's the president. Can't he stop this?
Right. What's that, Dave?
Why can't Biden is the freaking president? Isn't there something he can do to say, I'm going to put a stop to this bullshit and some sort of? I'm sure Trump would do something to put an end to this crap. If it was Trump was a Democratic.
About the voting issue, Dave?
Yes, about these voting issues, about blocking people from voting.
Again, that falls into
the blacks to vote, making it hard for the poor to vote.
We need to pass the For the People Act. That HR 1 in the Senate. We need to pass that law. But again, as Bill was fixing to say, the voting rights of every state is different, and every state has its own way of doing their. They have the right to do their ballots any way they want. So it is a states' right issue. Every voting, but there are federal laws.
Well, HR 1 and S1 will help the situation, John. It will.
This is worse than World War II.
Because it'll erase
your Civil War. This is worse than your Civil War, guys.
It is possibly more dangerous than the Civil War. The Civil War, they picked up arms and we shot at each other. This goes to the democracy itself. That there's a certain percentage of our people that are more than willing to install a dictator. to, as a matter of fact, I remember talking about one lady early on in Donnie Boy's career there, where she stood up, and there was video, and she stood up. Well, I never thought I wanted a dictator, but if we're going to have one, I want Donald Trump as my dictator. They will eat the Kool-Aid, drink the Kool-Aid, eat the shit, and let that happen. And there are too many, as Bill pointed out, who don't take an interest in our country to even vote, that they won't, if it doesn't affect them personally, they don't give a shit. Who's up there?
Okay.
So they're not
Let's put it
involved.
this way. Let's put it this way. You've got a man who is president that now has been proven, without a doubt, that he colluded with Russia. Without a doubt, it's been proven he's done a lot of serious things. I mean, what they done to Nixon was nothing,
No.
and this man's still walking around. Yet they've got the evidence, they've got the proof, they've got all the facts, but yet they won't touch him.
He's not out of the woods yet.
Yet.
Yeah.
The key word there is
Don
yet.
McCann is going to testify.
Yep. That'll be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what happens with Donnie. That's one of those things only time
I say
will
again,
tell.
it's going to be a
Wheels of
long time
justice
between now and
turns
2024.
slow.
Donnie's not going to be around in 2024. I'm
Don't
beginning to have my
and-
doubts if he's going to be that much of
Yeah.
an influence in 22.
And depending who you are depends on how slow those wheels of justice turn.
All I
Because-
can
That's
do is
it.
think back to the sign of the one time back in the 90s.
Yeah.
When Trump said to a reporter, "Well, if I wanted to run for president, I'd run as a Republican because they're so gullible and dumb."
They'll believe anything. And lo and behold, his words came to fruition. Yes, he was a Democrat right up to the time he decided to run, because he knew all he had to do is go out there and wave the flag, hug the flag, look at me.
He will go down. He will go down as one of the, if not the biggest con man of all.
Yes.
I mean, he announced his candidacy.
For women's rights. He was totally for women's rights. He was totally for equal rights.
He was
the whole nine yards.
pro-abortion.
Yeah.
Yes,
All of
yeah,
it.
it was pro-choice.
Yes.
Yes.
Before he announced his candidacy, he donated to Kamala Harris's Senate campaign in California.
Well, he invited
Check
Bill
that
and
out.
Hillary Clinton to his daughter's wedding. Man, come on over. Let's have a little party.
Yeah, we talk about this right here and now. We talk about a lot of the stuff that this man has done that CNN, MSNBC, and all them don't mention. They don't cover it. If it was Fox, the names were reversed, Fox would be on it 24/7. The guy would be hounded out of office just from Fox.
Well,
Trump always knew how to get people
CNN.
to follow him, though. Trump
Hi,
always knew how
Julia
to get
Thompson.
people to follow him.
I see you.
Yeah,
out there,
and I
baby.
think
Thank you, Julia.
it's like that guy Fred Gutenberg. His daughter was one of the kids that was killed at Marjorie Taylor Greene. But it's like he tweeted yesterday. I strongly believe that someone's got something on a lot of these people, like Lindsey Graham, and I mean, there's definitely, because I mean, look at what happened with these people. I mean, it's
Go to
like
Russia and come back
trading.
changed.
No, the insider trading. Trump has helped them all to insider trade, made them a lot of money, and now he owns them. This will all
there's
come out, I
something.
hope.
He's
It's insider
got.
trading.
He's got them wrapped around his finger somehow or another, and for some reason, I mean, I never did like Lindsey Graham, but just to see the way he over the last few years, especially after McCain died.
Yes.
You
After the trip
mean,
to Russia, when he came back that July 4th weekend, he came back a changed man. He was all over Donnie's ass after that. He couldn't lick it enough.
I'm sure there's a lot of little secrets that we're never going to know. None of us are going to know.
And everybody, I've noticed several people in the chat already ask, "Hey, anybody seen Devin Nunes?" Not a peep. Not a peep. Haven't seen a bit of him. It works.
Yeah, and,
Hi.
and you hear the stories about all the partying and stuff that went down at Trump Hotel with all these sane people. I mean, what were these little? They were scamming, and they were like, some shit has happened.
Well,
like I said,
we have to remember that this Matt Gaetz thing coming up on Monday, Matt Gaetz is going to plead guilty to 33 charges against him.
Not Gates.
Well,
He is looking at serious time.
Yeah,
So
the Greenberg.
Goldberg. I'm sorry. What did I say?
Yeah.
Gates.
You said Gates.
Gates.
Yeah, Matt Gaetz's buddy. I'm sorry, Matt Gaetz's
Tomato,
buddy.
tomato,
Yeah, tomato.
Goldberg.
They're the same guy. When that story came out, as a matter of fact, I wrote it down. You know, by the way, I want to put a word out to Mark Perkins, buddy. I'm sorry, I missed something, and I'm going to plan something for that. What you wrote. Anyway, Joel Greenberg going to plead guilty on Monday. Testify about Matt Gaetz and other powerful people. Oh, there's some key words. Other powerful people,
nervous.
because we already found out. Yes, Matt, I let that slip by. I'm going to catch up on that, brother. We
I hope he doesn't wake up hanging in jail tomorrow.
yeah. Who, Matt? Joel Greenberg? Yeah, I don't think anything's going to happen to him. I think they're going to keep him pretty handy. You know, that comment. Other powerful people. Because the stories already came out that some of these parties that Matt Gaetz and Joel Greenberg went to were right after political events, and a lot of people were there in tuxedos and fancy, So, okay, who? And he's got to tell, baby. If he lies about anything, the deal's off. And they've got all the evidence to get him. He gets maximum sentence.
He don't want to
Devon's
commit
cow has
perjury.
kicked his ass. I believe you're right,
that's
Chuck.
10 years in jail automatic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me catch up real quick. I got a couple to catch up
Okay.
on here. Teresa Diggum came in with $5 and said there needs to be some sort of regulation on networks that spew dangerous language, like you can't yell fire. Exactly. Well, yes. For one, they need to call out.
Used to be.
They're using Foxitis as a defense in court. Shitness. And Teresa came back with another $2 and said the Repug Party is going to split and die. Amen, sister. Amen. Teresa Diggum, our resident artist, who gave us the resolute wave up there.
Teresa, thank you.
Yes. Yes.
Teresa must have read my little post. I called the Republican Party, the new name is Repugnant Party.
Repugnant. Yes, we're going to sit back and to us, this is almost going to be like, late night TV. It's going to be entertainment for us to watch them eat their own. But as much as, and I've said this often here in the last few days, I do not agree with Liz Cheney one bit on her politics. She's a Republican. She's a staunch Republican. Doesn't believe in anything for your ass, wants to give big business money. But she took a stand.
She told the truth about Donnie.
That's right. She
told the
stood
truth
up and
about
she
Donnie.
said, this is
The
the
only
line
thing
I will not cross. And for that, we have to give her kudos. You have to give her the respect that deserves.
I don't like her, but I do.
I don't like her one bit at all. Her daddy's the Darth Vader of the Republican Party.
I heard somebody was trying to set up a meeting with him and Trump to go hunting one day.
Oh, I hope so. Donnie ought to go hunting down there. Dick will show him where to shoot, where to go. Hey, look over there for some birds. I think they're in that bush over there, Donnie. Go ahead. Yeah.
Two went out, one came back. Who got shot? The guy that shot the other politician?
He shot his lawyer.
A few years ago?
Yeah, he shot his lawyer down here in Texas. Right down the road from you, as a matter of fact.
Go shooting.
I could drive to where he shot him in about,
Democrat?
I don't know, less than an
Republican?
hour. I could be there. Yeah, that's, that's.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
I was reading I have a book of quotes that I was reading today, and I was reminded that, you remember the Nobel Award-winning author Sinclair Lewis wrote, when fascism comes to America, it will wrap itself in a flag and be carrying the Bible.
That's right. That's a famous quote.
I wonder if he had a premonition about Donald Trump or not.
That's exactly who he was. When he decided to run, he knew all he had to do to get the Republican nomination was to hug the flag, talk about hold the Bible upside down and backwards, and talk like a white supremacist. You're in. You're isn't that a sad statement on our nation?
Yeah.
That he
And
knew
that's
how to capitalize on that. He's not.
Yeah.
We call him Dumb Donnie, but he's a
Yeah.
smart man. He's an evil smart man.
What impressed me about that is that's from Sinclair Lewis. He's a Nobel Prize winning writer. I mean, this guy's not a dummy. So,
Yep.
I think he knew what he knew what he was talking
Someone's
about.
behind Trump. Someone is behind Trump, like a Putin. You know, Trump's not that smart to work out a big plan like this.
No,
if you
from
stop,
go ahead, Bella.
you would stop and just think for just a minute. Trump, okay, let's give him his kudos for pulling off what he did. But if he would have just been the other way, just think how much good he could have done.
Yes.
What he was able to
If
do.
he was still the man that he was all his life, being liberal, very liberal as a matter of fact, he could have done a lot of good things for this country. But the one thing that got his way was he's a narcissist. He wants to be worshipped. That's the one thing that has been consistent all of Donnie's life, was that, look at me, I'm
Narcissism.
Sandra D. I'm the greatest thing in the world.
Yep.
I'm what you
Yep.
need. And when people come around telling me they're the
one
greatest thing in the world, I'm mighty
diarrhea.
suspicious. You know,
One day,
'cause I know they're
and
lying
won't be
because it's
long,
me. Anyway,
because he's not president anymore, it won't be long. His school grades and all that stuff that we wanted to see, the taxes and that, it'll all leak out. It'll leak out soon.
It will.
Beauty
It will.
school dropout.
Yeah, that's I remember.
Palm Beach must know something.
Oh, let's don't start singing. Mama put a song in my head all day, so I've been walking around the house singing it. And it's all because of that Towser guy,
Please,
the guy on the
tell us
cello.
what it is,
Hauser.
mate.
I don't. Yeah, it's romantic, okay, but it's an upbeat song. And I like it. I can just
Palm
walk
Beach
around.
Is preparing,
Huh?
Palm Beach is preparing for indictments, and they don't know how to handle it.
Who?
Palm Beach, the county where Trump lives. They're
on
worried.
Trump.
Yes,
Oh,
they're
I
worried
wanna see
about
that
indictments
show.
coming out of New York to extradite him to New York, and they're worried about it.
And how are they going to handle that?
You
Is Donnie going to say, "Hey,
Bring
you
in the
can't extradite me. You ain't taking me, coppers. I want to see it, baby. I want to see it." But the sad
think
thing,
you'll
I
go.
want to see that. But it's gonna create a lot of ill will in this country.
Say it.
Yeah, it's gonna a
Well,
lot
I
of
think
violence.
what they
Yes,
do-
the maggots are gonna go nuts.
And the marshals,
But I don't really give a shit.
Marshals and FBI to get him under control.
Well, this is the reason you have the.
Well, I think Yogi posted an article in main discussion earlier talking about how DeSantis there is some kind of law here. I didn't read the article, but DeSantis could get involved and block the expedition of him if they wanted him.
I want to see
It's
that
in main
headline.
discussion. Yogi, I think it was Yogi that posted it this afternoon. But you should be able to see because there's like a picture of DeSantis. But I didn't read the article because I was just at the time I was
He
just.
can't block a federal. He can't block it federally. He can block state stuff, but he can't block federal stuff.
Okay,
If,
like I said,
if the U.S. Marshals want to come and get him, DeSantis ain't got a prayer.
I think they have precedence
hope
over
so.
state law. But I want to see that headline. I want to see Ron DeSantis step in and try to protect him, because I want every maggot,
Yeah.
every crud ball that is like Trump to run to his aid, so we can all eyeball them.
Oh yeah, I know who they are. Yeah,
I want to know who
find
it
out
is.
they are.
Who are the
Yeah.
diehard, just treasonous, seditionist assholes who will not give it up? And
Yeah, I
get
know
them
who they are.
out.
Yeah. I think we already know
We know
most of them.
them.
Yes, we
Yeah.
already do. They identify themselves on TV every day.
Yeah.
Look at me, I'm an
Lindsey
idiot.
Graham, Ted Cruz.
Yeah. You wouldn't even know it was an insurrection if you saw this video. It just looks like a normal day of tourists.
Did you
Are you
listen
shit?
to
They're
the
all
bullshit
tourists.
that Ted Cruz was spewing?
I'm sorry, what about
Yeah.
Ted
Don't talk
Cruz?
about Ted Cruz.
Rafael Eduardo
Ted
Cruz, the
Cruz.
booger-eating future
Yeah.
king of America?
Fucking
That guy?
asshole. On the phone.
Getting better at it, Spark.
On the phone in Congress. Yeah, on the phone in
No.
Congress.
When he was talking, he went on this rant about how all Jim Crow laws were done under
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Democrats and the whole 9 yards like that. He's going on and on and on. see, the thing is, the Democrats, we kind of advanced forward in our history.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
that it's cleaned up. We cleaned up. The Democrats have cleaned up their act, and the Republicans were the ones that were in the lead, and so they regressed.
Oh, yes. The
30.
Republican Party has been backing up ever since, ever since the Dixiecrats lost the South. And the Republicans took over. They capitalized on the racism. That's how they could get elected. And that's what Jim Crow laws and all that. That's what propagated the South all along. So it's heavily Republican. So naturally, I associate racism and shit with Republican. I don't know any liberals who are not inclusive to other races or other religions or other genders. We don't walk around trying to put an asterisk on anything, or you're an asshole. No, well, then I like you. You know, that's the way we kind of look at things, on the content of their character.
You have a Justice Department and you have laws, and these laws in the Justice Department was made decades ago for one reason, or not one reason, but what part of the reason is to stop America having a tyrant take over the country, just like what Trump was doing. So that, what I'm saying here is, I suppose I'm referring back to what do you call it, the Declaration of Independence, Trump is actually the opposite of what America was built on, totally opposite of what America was built on. Yeah. And yet, when he's doing all this law breaking, his supporters are saying, what you doing wrong? What you doing wrong? Maybe there should be a short 15-minute news show that just says what Trump has done for the dummies.
You ever seen
like Words for Dummies? And
y'all ever seen that video of the difference if you put a frog in a pot of water and you turn on the fire underneath him, the frog will sit there and won't move until he's cooked because he acclimates. Right. The warmer the water. If you take a frog and throw him in a pot of boiling water, he's going to jump like shit. He's going to be hurt. He's going to, well, get me out of here. But you can put the same frog in a fucking pot of water and turn the water on the fire, and it will slowly sit there because it'll acclimate and he'll just get used to the temperature. That's what America has done. We get used to this shit that Trump has given us for 4 fucking years. We're not jumping anymore. It's typical to hear the bullshit that comes out of Republicans' mouth now because we're not shocked. They'll do anything. Bellica, did you sneak into this room, darling?
Yeah, you brought me in here.
How you doing? Is everything okay?
The door.
Oh, everything's fine. Oh, I got one thing. I got my last shot today.
You got your last shot. Outstanding.
Awesome.
Outstanding. So you're fully vaccinated now. You know what that means, right? Pretty soon. You got to wait the 2 weeks or whatever it is now. You know, make sure you're fully.
2 weeks.
But now, you know, you can be more relaxed in your fear of going out. Thank you, Bella, for coming in. I see Tony Boyd came in. Tony, how are you doing? Are you with us, Tony? Tony will catch up.
Not lighting up.
Yeah, he's not lighting up. Might be having trouble with his microphone or something. Anyway, he'll join us here in a minute. Go ahead, Bella.
I was going to say something up earlier about AOC being accosted by Pickle Lady.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, if I had been her, I would have did a quick turn around and pretended I was slipping and reach out to grab her and absolutely accidentally slap her as I was falling down.
Can you fill some of us in, Velda? Because I didn't get what happened there. What did happen there?
I said if I was AOC...
No, I heard that.
What did she do? Berating her.
Marjorie Taylor Greene is roaming the halls of Congress, stalking Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, her nemesis, and aggressively confronting her, calling such groups as Black Lives Matter and Antifa as terrorists, false. I'm reading this right here. because I just pulled up the story. As a matter of fact, let me back up here. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi denounces Marjorie Taylor Greene for her verbal assault and abuse of Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, AOC, easier, in the hallway outside the House chamber on Wednesday. It's so beyond the pale of anything that is in keeping with bringing honor to the House, Pelosi said during her weekly proclamation. Anyway, yes, she's got nothing to do. She's been kicked off her committees.
Nope.
Yeah.
She's mad as hell. She's gone berserk. She's going to wander around the halls of Congress trying to yell at Democrats. Are you shitting me? Hey, lady, get a job. Get a job, bitch.
Some chicks I went to in high school with. I mean, she's. I mean,
entitled Karens.
Bully, a female bully.
Yeah,
basically.
basically.
She is,
Basically.
she's beyond comprehension of how that woman got elected. Who in Georgia's, what is it, 14th district?
She's not there to do anything for anybody.
She is just, she's
She
a
was
whack
over.
job
It
to
was
Lux.
just over.
And pretty soon,
She was going
Matt
on
Gates
January
is going to be
6th.
her buddy, because Matt Gates is fixing to get thrown off his committees as soon as the
Did you see
indictment
the
comes out.
reporter?
Huh?
Did you see the reporter interview Matt Gates when he was with Marjorie Taylor Greene at that thing? Was it in Florida?
In the villages where they don't
And
even
she
know
says,
it.
she says to Matt Gates, "Well, what are you doing here? It's not you're not your constituency. And what's she doing here? It's not her constituency either."
Yeah.
And he says it's the start of the Regenerate America, something else he come up with, a tour. And she said, "Well, what's your next date? Where's your next?" "Oh, well, we haven't, and we'll let you know." And he ducked and dived. He called it a tour, but he had no other dates that they had previously booked. So it was a one-off event. They're both in the non-constituency areas. "What are you doing here?" And she kept asking him and pushing him. He wouldn't answer the question. He had no fucking answer. Then she went on to the sexual allegations. "What about the allegation against blah, blah? Oh, this is all wrong and this is all bullshit, And then you see his hands. He starts squeezing his hands together like he's really under pressure. "What have I done here? Got in this interview, and this woman's really getting into me." And then she started hounding him about his mate Goldberg, or whatever he is. He's going to flip on you, and you're going to be in jail, sort of shit. And he's freaking right out. It's on YouTube.
I'm looking at this headline in the news right now, and it says, "Can you hear that noise? It's the sweet sound of the walls closing in on Representative Matt Gates." That's the headline.
Yes, it's so close.
It's starting to close in on
The
him because
reporter
this
was
is
basically saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
What are
was
you gonna
basically
do?
saying that. The reporter was saying to
And-
him, "What? Yeah, you
And
and
that's
your
who
big shit, pal."
that's who's hanging around Donnie's neck. These are the trinkets that Donnie is proud of. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Matt Gates, people like that. Ron Johnson up in Wisconsin. These are idiots. They're willing to say, who's the guy yesterday that was saying, "Oh, it's just no riot here. There's no insurrection here. Just a normal day." This is the weight that's going to be around Trump's neck. Associated with idiots.
Liz Cheney was stripped of her leadership role from votes from people like Matt Gates, who rapes children. Jim Jordan, he watches young boys get sexually assaulted. That Madison Carthorne, who apparently has trapped women in his car to sexually harass them. And then you got Kevin McCarthy. I think he cheated on his wife too. So these are the people.
Are you talking about the moral majority?
That voted to remove
the party
Liz
of family
Cheney.
values.
Yes, the
right?
party of family values.
And what's his name? The leader of the Republican House, comes out and says
McCarthy.
Yeah.
McCarthy. He comes out and says that about the presidential election. It's a done deal. Biden is president. It's a done deal.
Yeah, he came out and it's nobody's questioned the legitimacy of the president. Are you shitting me?
And he just booted
her
out for her standing
a couple
there
hours earlier
saying
before
the
he
same
said that.
thing.
A couple hours before, or an hour.
It's bad.
And it only took
bad.
16 minutes for that vote. The vote was called. It was a verbal vote, voice vote. People had to stand up and say, and they won't divulge the number. They're so embarrassed they don't even want to divulge the number that she lost by. They should be proud. They should say, well, look at her. Our party came together and it was everybody against one or whatever it was.
That's a bullshit thing as well.
Yes.
They should be a public. That vote should be open.
Yeah.
So people
Well, that's
see
a party.
who's
They get to go hide in their
The
little room.
hypocrisy
Yeah.
the hypocrisy is so visible. I mean, come on.
Yeah. I mean, like I said,
It is
these people like Matt Gaetz and Marty Taylor Greene, they're immature. They're just immature. They're just immature. They don't know shit about what they're talking about.
Who's the
and
the guy
Go ahead,
who
John.
wrote? He tweeted about Liz Cheney, or I had his name anyway. Goodbye.
oh, Car.
I'm going to you. 15.
Carthorne or Car. What is his name?
Yeah, I had it written down. He's a Republican. Who gives a shit? He's another dumbass.
Everybody tonight that's on this panel could be a better House person, a congressperson, or a senator.
That's not
than
limited
some
to
of
the
those
panel. Any
out
one of
there.
our guests on YouTube or anyone in our Facebook family here. Any one of you people out there in that chat would make a better representative than Marjorie Taylor Greene. Bernadette Pree would be oh, don't you know? Couldn't you see her on the floor of the Congress? Now, wait a minute here.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. And we need that. We need that.
Yeah.
And speaking of
what
which,
about
I almost let it slide by. Erin Trombley,
Erin?
one of our Blue Dots, is running for office. She's running for town council in Monroe, New York. That's her picture. That's her Facebook page. You can contact her there, and that is her official actblue.com. If you want to donate to Erin Trombley, I'm sorry, we should have prayed this up earlier in the show, and I didn't mean to cut the credits off there. I'm sorry. It just dawned on me. Sometimes
We have the
things slip.
technology to bring the credits back, so
I
it's
do.
okay.
I do
we're
have
okay.
it within the ends of my fingers, but the mere touch of my hand. I love this shit. Anyway,
We're not using
very easy
VHS
to
tapes, okay? We're
No.
totally fine.
we're totally fine. I have buttons to push. I can push buttons anywhere I want.
Very easy website.
Hi, Travis.
How you going, Travis?
Doing all right. How about
Travis.
y'all? How y'all doing?
Travis.
Y'all doing good?
Thank
did
you
it.
for being our. Thank you for being our engineer supervisor.
Well,
Producer.
I'm
Are
gonna.
you complaining about the service you've received lately, madam? I'm just wondering. This is the complaint department over here.
Well, that's the funniest thing I was about to say. Is since we got the mixer set up right, and luckily we've been in this nice. I'm not gonna jinx it. Like we've been in a nice chill space where there's no trolls or anything. Like Dad's pretty much flying the ship right now.
I haven't had too many
I have
technical
buttons. difficulties,
so I mean,
Yeah.
And I hope you.
It's as simple as this. Keep it simple, stupid. The kiss factor.
Keep it
make
simple,
it as
stupid.
simple for me as possible. He gave me buttons that have a name on it. The button says intro screen, the BD cam, the BD cam 2, the BD plus Discord, and then the Patreon credits, and then the 2 for Blue button, and then down below I have my play buttons that I get to play with. Whenever I get in a happy mood, I can just.
I just need you to shut the fuck up. Nobody asked you, bitch.
I can get into that rhythm. Come on, baby.
Bitch.
Throw a little sawdust on the floor. Let's get a little sped going here, baby. Yeah. Anyway, those are my buttons. I'm happy with my
All you got to do now, John, is figure out how to turn that button off in the truck.
Yeah, no, that one's harder.
Yeah.
That one's harder. You can't see it because the damn sunlight's shining on the damn screen. I can barely see anything on the.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I can't find the
You're
freaking
poorly
button.
You're poorly
Pull it out of
organised,
it,
mate.
damn thing, and
Before
hit the
you do
turn
this
it
shit-
off. Just unplug the phone. Where's the cord?
No, take it in the toilet with you and play with it for an hour, and then what'll happen is you get so used to it, you won't even have to look at it. You just have to touch it, you know where you are. I mean, this is what you got to do. Just play with it for an hour.
I
and you
have
know.
to admit, I love this phone that I have now. Travis got it for me when he switched me over from. I had been on AT&T for I don't know how many freaking years. Well over 20, 25 years I've been in the same freaking. Anyway, Dad, you need to try Mint Mobile. Blah, 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 blah. And they got new phones and went to Mint Mobile. And then they started showing me their new phone saying, hey, look at this phone. Look at, boom, take a picture and look how great this picture is. You can zoom in on an ass. And So I let him talk me into it, and it was one of the best decisions. I won't have another phone bill for another year. I'm good with that. And the phone he got me is not only fantastic, it is also a Droid camera. That's my phone up there. That's my phone. And it just sitting up there on a little tripod, and it's wireless. Travis connected it to the system. So actually, I could take that phone down and use it as I could move it around or do whatever. I could.
You got a big screen?
Yeah, I can't see. It's on the other. I'm just looking at the back of my phone here. We have it on a tripod and a little holder, and.
Yeah, but when you use your phone as a phone or as a video, it's got a big screen on it. Like
it's got a nice sized little screen. Yeah.
Yep.
Big enough that I can hang with. But that's a cool little feature right there. That little Droid cam where he can just hook it wirelessly to the system, and use it as another camera in our show. So that's pretty cool.
Technology.
It leaps and bounds, Betty. Every day it gets better.
I saw a few other comments go by about, because like I haven't seen your live streams from your truck yet, because every time you tend to do that, I'm always out.
Yeah.
And everybody's saying, like you need to learn how to turn that button off. My suggestion, this is just a suggestion.
Just a suggestion.
Because I do agree with Aussie Dave. Practice with the phone, you end up knowing where it is. But I got a simpler one for you.
What?
Pull off somewhere and then turn it off. It's that simple.
I didn't think of that.
God,
He did that the other day.
Thank you, people. I did indeed. If you see the end of the video, I told I got to pull off the road because I can't see.
Okay, well that's
He
good.
did pull off yesterday and stopped at a stop sign and turned his phone off.
Okay, good.
Here's
As
the
long as
next
you're
one
doing
I'm going to
that.
do. The next ride I'm going to take y'all on will probably be the best ride, because I'm going to go ahead and go into town like we were doing the other day, but instead of going straight down into the Bay Area to downtown, I'm going to take a little jog to the right, and I'm going to get up on the overpass to go over the bridge. And going up the bridge, it won't be nothing but look at this old bridge. Coming down on the other side will be a beautiful view of.
I'm going to have to leave. I'll talk to you guys later. Love you all.
Love you too, Velda. Take care of yourself, darling.
Good night, Velda. Love you.
Good night, Velda.
Good night, Velda. Good night.
Anyway, coming down the other side, where you'll get a great view of the Texas State Aquarium, or at least part of it, and the USS Lexington in North Beach, where a lot of touristy little spots are. Huh? What's that, Dave?
Lady
The Lady Lex. Yes. She's got aircraft on the deck.
Yeah.
And then when I turn around and come back across the bridge,
I had to go answer the door.
all right, and come down, there's a great view of Whataburger Park, which is the baseball park here.
Ooh,
the Corpus Christi Hooks play there, and it is just a beautiful field as you come down that, and then you'll be able to see the new
Is that
bridge.
named after the hamburgers?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Corpus Christi is the hometown of Whataburger. This is where the first Whataburger ever was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
was here in
you say
Corpus
Whataburger Field, John? Whataburger Field?
Yes.
I'm gonna go Google Earth it right now.
Oh,
You
Google
said,
Earth it.
hey,
It's
if
beautiful.
If it's got Whataburger, if it's Whataburger, I got.
Oh man, and they have all sorts of events out there. They're really family orientated. Bring the family out to the ballpark and have a great time and all that stuff. Yeah, the Corpus Christi Hooks, and they are the minor league for the Astros.
Oh, okay.
So these are the guys that are trying to make the big times. And
Ooh, I found it. Let me
ain't
go
that
check
pretty?
it. Ooh, yeah,
that's
nice.
pretty, especially coming down the bridge. You can see it as you're coming down the bridge, and it's.
Yeah.
I'm glad people get to see that as they
I
enter
bet you
our
can get a
city.
Whataburger there too, can't you?
I believe you can get a Whataburger there. I believe you can.
you better. I've never been
now,
there before, so I can't say for sure.
What's the difference between a Whataburger and a Burger King burger? I mean, we don't have Whataburger in Australia. We have a Hungry Jack's, which is Burger King.
Okay,
And
well, Burger King, their patties are flame broiled. Okay.
I know about Burger King because that's we call it
well,
Hungry Jack's
well,
over here. What's
well,
the Whataburger? What is that?
A basic Whataburger is you got a patty cooked on a flat grill. Okay, and it comes with mustard. It comes with mustard.
Still a
onions.
hamburger.
It's still a hamburger. It comes with mustard.
It's
onions,
delivered on a
lettuce,
hand
pickle,
that
tomato.
descends from the heavens in a cloud. That's how it comes to you.
It's not made by. It's not made of Whataburger meat. It's not a Whataburger animal.
It's a hamburger. It is, but it's a good hamburger.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you. I'll tell you this about it. It's a good hamburger.
Chinese food is Chinese food.
Yeah. Well.
No.
Yeah.
Hamburger is hamburger. Fish and chips is fish and chips. I'm amazed how much money's in hamburgers. I just can't get over how much money's in hamburgers, guys.
Yeah. I mean, well, Dave, that's just
Somebody
America for
FedEx
you.
a Whataburger to Aussie Dave. That's what Just Coggins says. Somebody FedEx Whataburger to Aussie Dave. I love Whataburgers. They're specialty burgers. They're pico de gallo burger. Oh, I love it. What's that other one I like? Oh, I like the sweet and sour bacon ranch.
Hang on, let SC finish his point about
what the fuck
Whataburger.
SC got to say?
Well, I'm curious because he's from Florida, and I want to hear what he thinks about Whataburger, and then I'm going to chime in with my thoughts on Whataburger.
All right, here we go.
Well,
Fantastic. Let's go.
It's always. I mean, it's always fresh. I mean, I've been eating it forever.
Still
It's
a
always
hamburger.
fresh. I mean, the service is great. Now, every once in a while, they'll mess up an order, but I'm the kind of person that feels if you order something in a drive-thru, or even if you go inside and order, take it to go, check your shit before you leave the restaurant. It's as simple as that. But I've never had a problem with Whataburger. It's just a great place to get a damn hamburger. Basically,
you don't eat the problem. You eat the fucking burger. So keep telling me what's so great about a Whataburger.
Bob.
I'm yet to follow.
Bob.
It's not McDonald's because I don't eat McDonald's.
I'll tell you what's great about Whataburger. Bob's.
What's
Bob's.
What's Bob's?
That's a breakfast on a bun, and it's an egg, cheese, and sausage on a hamburger bun, and
That sounds good.
toasted hamburger bun, and it's got a big old link or patty of sausage, some, a fried egg, and cheese.
Yep.
That's that.
Over here in Australia, the big thing is like the truckers and all that. They don't go big on the hamburgers. I mean, in between states on the routes, there are Hungry Jack's and McDonald's, or Burger King McDonald's.
What was Hungry Jack's? What is that?
That's Burger King.
Okay.
Hungry Jack's is Burger King. Same as used to be called Burger King over here, and back in about 1980, I think it was, it changed to Hungry Jack's.
Yeah.
And
we got a new matter of fact, we got a new place that just opened. It opened on Monday, and then this gas thing hit. But I was still going to give it time to calm down. But it's called Culver's, and they're famous for their butter burgers. And they're from the Midwest. But they sell all kinds of stuff, and it looks great. I mean, they got people back there making hamburgers, wearing like dress shirts and ties. Yeah, but they sell all kinds of stuff.
I don't care. It's sort of, what's the burger so great?
So here's what I was going to chime in with when it comes to Whataburger. It's going to be a short pitch.
But can I just say this?
I mean, you've been saying a lot, but go ahead.
But I'm sorry, mate, but this burger thing has got me going, and I just want to let you know that in Australia it's not so big. Over here is bacon egg sandwiches they love. The bacon egg on toasted buns. And that's the big thing for the truckers and people over here.
That's
breakfast on a bun. You can get it with sausage or bacon.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Travis.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's all good. No, this is just what I was going to say. The reason why I personally think Whataburger burgers are good is because to me, out of fast food, it's one of the only fast food burgers I've ever had that doesn't taste like fast food. The vegetables are actually cold and moist and juicy. So you don't feel like you're getting a shitty fucking like McDonald's cheap. You don't feel like you're getting a cheap burger. You're actually getting really well food. I can't speak on every Whataburger location, but
the ones I've
stopped at have been pretty damn good. So it's just a burger, but it's a pretty damn good burger.
Pretty damn good burger.
Yeah. Hey, we love our burgers.
If I ever get back to Reading, I'm going to go to In-N-Out Burger again.
I was just fixing to say, I've never had an In-N-Out burger.
I've never had an
I would
In-N-Out.
love to have an In-N-Out burger.
I've never.
I would love to try one.
The store there in Reading, you go to the drive up, and you can actually see the people making the French fries with slicing them up. Yeah. So they didn't come out of the freezer or some bag.
Yeah, and you know another thing, Dave, us Americans, we can make some shit happen with some ground beef. You give us some ground beef, we'll.
Just don't get me started on ground beef. I've discovered a difference between ground beef and what Jay Clayton and Stephanie Dean sent me. There's a difference here. I've been cheated my whole life.
It is, you know. But like me, most of the shit I eat all my life has been with had ground beef.
Right there with you. You know, tonight we had tacos. It was Taco Thursday, and just a lot of what we eat. Spaghetti is hamburger. You know, Mama has lots of casseroles. Her taco casserole, her taco lasagna.
Oh yeah, I like to get fancy from time to time, and I can. You know, I can cook if I want to, but you know, and I like to get fancy from time to time. You know, but you know, hell.
But the Whataburger has a different bun then, obviously, than the Hungry Jack's or the Burger King. They have different buns.
From politics to critiquing hamburger joints. Where else are you going to find such fine entertainment than right here on the Blue Dot Show? I want to thank Johnny Fly, who came in with $5 and reminded us that if not kept in check, the GOP will be the next Nazi party. The faster Trump is indicted and put in prison, the better. They've been a joke this week, indeed. Yes, amen. And as a matter of fact, people are comparing them. I can't remember who it was right now. I haven't read the whole story. Somebody compared them to Nazis, to actually comparing what the Republican Party is doing right now to what Hitler did.
There's an ad. Midas Touch did an ad, and I posted it. I just posted it in main discussion. It's called Demagogue. And
Demagogue.
Midas Touch.
I knew. Yep. See, Bill, I was sitting here thinking, I haven't read the story, but somebody told me this today. It was you when we were talking about it.
Oh, by the way, I sent it to your phone, I think.
Great. My phone's up there acting as a camera right now, so I'll have to look at it.
Yeah, no worries.
I'm afraid to touch it. Or actually, it's a phone. I could just use it.
I think I did. I can double check. Yes, I did. I sent it to your phone. That's right before the show started. It's 6:28 Eastern time.
There you go. I'll check it out. Yeah.
It's a 90-minute ad. It is.
Not 90 minutes.
It is devastating. 90-second ad.
90 seconds. Yeah,
Yep,
that could be said in 90 seconds.
It is devastating. Oh, my God.
They're doing it to themselves, Bill. They're when somebody tells you who they are, believe them. Well, we're watching.
Like Senator Lewis says, you know, when fascism comes to America, it'll be wrapped in a flag and carrying the Bible.
I wonder why people like CNN don't play those Midas and Lincoln Project videos, because they're quite good.
I wish they would.
Newsworthy.
I wish they would. They're really good. And
they speak
they won't air democracy. The Lincoln Project only puts them on only on social media. They're only on the internet. You'll see them on.
Yeah. And speaking of the Lincoln Project, I this whole thing with Bill Maher getting the testing positive for the COVID, I do believe Rick Wilson was on this show Friday night with him, and he's part of the
he's part of the Lincoln Project. Yeah.
And I know he's been fully vaccinated because I follow him, and I know that, and he showed both times that he got his shot. So I wonder, and as far as I know, Bill Maher, he seems to stay kind of pretty safe. But, then again, you never know.
You never know. You never know, and that should be a lesson to all of us, even those that are taking the precautions. And I guess Bill was, thank you, Karen Van Wyck. Bill was vaccinated, I thought. We're going to really have to check out, though. And let me call that out. Karen Van Wyck just donated $5 and said, just because I can. Karen, thank you very much. We appreciate all of you that donate to the show. It is what pays the bills, baby, and we appreciate it tremendously. Keeps the lights on and the internet bill. And money left over for groceries. It's great if it works. I thank you so much.
I just posted a picture of an In-N-Out burger.
I can't see it.
On the main discussion page. If anybody wants to look at Posse Dave.
I'll look up when I go to the Blue Room.
Can I ask you guys and get an honest answer?
No, I'm going to lie to you. Go ahead.
No, because a lot of people have different opinion on this.
Go ahead.
I ask, and they don't know. This virus, COVID, Do you think it was a manufactured virus or got out either somehow bad, like evil or whatever, or do you think it's a natural virus from the markets, as they say? Do you think it's a Chinese virus been manufactured? That's basically what I want to say.
Natural.
I think it's natural. I think we've had coronaviruses before, and that have proven to come from nature. I don't think nefarious dealings were done in this.
That's the
Well,
word.
if you watched the vaccine special on MSNBC last night,
Yeah.
you had the woman, the black woman that helped develop the Moderna vaccine on there. Real smart young scientist.
Oh yes, that's somebody earlier had mentioned that.
Yeah, well, she was talking about how they were already looking into bat viruses.
Yes, Diana Mallory a little while ago had brought that up. Yeah.
They're commonly like SARS and MERS.
So
Yeah.
Trump's, you don't believe what Trump says, and it's a kung fu virus, and as you said to that Chinese reporter when she asked the question.
I think Judge Coggin's got it right. COVID, in my opinion, is the Earth's virus to get rid of its pesky humans. That's us, baby, fleas. And if we don't do a better job, things like that's going to keep on happening. There are a lot of evil diseases out there that have yet to be discovered, and we still have to be afraid of those that we haven't seen yet. Are we going to have a pandemic like the guy from the CDC said? Guaranteed. You bet your ass. You're going to have another one somewhere down the line. It might be another 100 years, but it's coming. And so we have to do a better job.
Those markets should be shut down.
Hey, well, let's just think about where we'd be if Trump was still president right now too. Oh God,
shut up.
Shit.
Oh shit.
Man.
I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. Anyway, I don't know where.
Go ahead, Tony. Yeah, Tony. I guess Tony, you were trying.
Tony
to say
is in the
something.
room. Tony, are you there?
Yeah.
Oh, there you are, buddy.
Yeah, I'm here.
How's everything going with you?
Put some enchiladas in the oven.
Enchiladas.
Great.
Now you're gonna
Getting ready
brag.
to have
I had
enchiladas here
tacos.
about
Now I'm hungry for enchiladas. Shit.
No, what I was going to say was I watched this program, and they were talking about that up north, up in the Arctic, where the ice is melting and stuff.
Right.
And they're finding that there's these viruses and stuff that's in the permafrost that's been,
Indeed.
dormant for like thousands and thousands of years.
That's some scary shit.
And they're wondering, I seen this, and they said they're wondering if some of this shit gets out, it could come out and infect us because we don't have no immunization against it. See, but it's been frozen for all these years.
Makes sense.
See, it's a possibility that this could have happened too. See,
Yeah.
they don't want to tell us right off the bat.
Oh Lord, if they're digging up a core sample out of the permafrost down there, and all of a sudden something jumps out of that shit, well, it wouldn't jump out at you like an alien.
Yeah,
You wouldn't even know about it.
So, Ozzy, it could be natural.
Yeah.
I think it was out of nature.
And where,
It's where most of the diseases come from.
Where was this? What did you say it was, Tony? The Arctic? I'm sorry, I lost you there for a second.
The permafrost. I watched the program about the Arctic, and they was talking about the Antarctic too. They're digging the cores,
Yeah.
They're saying that up north that the frost is melting because of the Earth's getting warmer.
Yeah.
And they said they're finding these bacteria and viruses in the perma ice that has been frozen for over 10,000 years. They said that we have no kind of vaccine or cure for this shit if it gets out.
Well, there you go. Climate change,
Yeah. We got to work on that. Figure out what's causing that shit.
Yeah. I mean, what would it benefit you if you came out with the virus to kill your people and everybody else? They're stupid. That's not normal thinking.
Yeah. If you think it's just going to attack somebody else, you're crazier and shit. That's not the way nature works. You get it, everybody gets it.
Right, exactly.
And which is why we not only have to be concerned with the United States, we have to be concerned with, look at what's going on in India, Nepal now. South America, there's places where this is ravaging communities. And if we don't help take care of it there, it just comes back in a different form. It mutates and comes back and gets us.
Exactly.
We have to deal with issues like this on a world platform, because it's the world that needs it, not just us.
Well, that's
we're gonna
like the other
save the
night I
planet.
asked you, had y'all read about the Spanish flu, see?
Yeah.
And exactly how it formed. And they called it Spanish flu because it mainly hit over in Spain. But
Yeah.
that's not exactly
Yeah,
where
it didn't
came
become popular until the King of Spain said something about it,
Right.
and then all of a sudden they called it the Spanish
Right.
flu. Yeah, it didn't come from Spain.
from. Yeah. It was devastating, too.
Yes.
And
yes.
they said this virus is a strain of the Spanish flu. The scars.
Right.
As they said, it could come back again and in a different form.
Just,
So
yeah, it
that's why I
mutates and
said
it comes
myself,
back as something
I told
else.
my kids, it's too soon for people to go out and say we are okay because we're all not okay.
No,
That's the thing
no,
about it.
they
You drop-
recommended that
drop
you,
your drawers.
you
and what's
could
gonna happen?
you could drop your mask if you're vaccinated, but they also caveated that with
Yeah.
it's dependent on your level of comfort.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
you feel
yeah.
comfortable without a mask, then and
Exactly.
you've been inoculated, well then okay.
Yeah, you know,
If you're
I'm
not
still
comfortable,
yeah.
still wear the mask, baby.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. I'm putting my mask on in places. You know, that's just when
I
I start
go in the
seeing
store,
less
I
and
put my
less and
mask
less
on.
people in my grocery
Me
store
too.
with a mask on. But yeah, and like I said, you know, they said, I mean, I'm fully vaccinated, and you know, apparently I'm good to walk, but I'm still putting a mask on. I mean, I just want other people to feel
That's
at
a
ease.
smart thing to
You know,
do.
Yeah.
you know, I can't walk around with a little icon over me saying fully vaccinated. I can't have a T-shirt on me constantly saying fully
Yeah.
vaccinated.
Yeah, they sell
You know?
them though. They sell hats and shirts that say vaccinated.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they do, but I mean, it's just, you know, I'll wear my mask, and when the time comes where I feel I'm not going to wear it no more. If someone wants to
Right.
get in my face about it, I'm like, well, you know, you're in my face now. I'm not doing. Hey, this has been such a long. The CDC said I was okay to take my mask off, but like I said,
Yeah.
I'm still. Because I'm going by what the CDC said. That's
Yeah.
what I've been following the guidelines.
It's just a
washing my
form of
hands,
habit.
staying away from
I'm
nasty
walking inside,
people,
I put
all
on
that
my
stuff.
mask.
You know?
Yeah.
But there's still I still had that thought.
Because
in the
you
back
could be
of my
carrying
head
the
about
next
other
freaking
people
disease, and
around
I don't
me,
want it
you
from
know?
your ass. You know, we don't know. We was just talking about where's the next one coming from. I don't know. Nobody knows. Could be the guy sitting next to you on the bus. Who knows?
Yeah.
Using hand sanitizer.
true.
That little habit is going to carry over. That thought of, geez, that door is filthy. You know, it's those things have been brought to the forefront again. And, you know, that, as Jess Coggins says, put a mask on. People are nasty.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
it.
it's
They're
like I
nasty. I
said
don't want to
before,
touch your
you know,
shit.
I love the grocery store. They still got it. You get 6 feet apart. 6
Yes.
feet apart. Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
still at my grocery store, they do, and they still ask you to wear a mask.
I like that. I think that should stay in place. Stay 6 feet away from me. Shit.
Yeah.
We're in the grocery store. You ain't got to be
I
right
like
up
that
on me.
attitude. Yeah, because some people, you know how they are, they'll come get up right in your ass. Like you should move forward, and the guy in front of you ain't
they
done
breathe
yet.
down your
So
neck.
where you're stuck over there, and I'm supposed to get the fuck out your
Yeah.
way, just wait your turn. They ain't gonna start on you
And-
till they get done with my
and I-
ass.
And I remember they had it. They had it to where
Exactly.
I know in my local grocery store they had it to where when all this was going on, they had it to where you could only go one way down the aisle, one way down this aisle.
Yeah.
I loved that. That was great.
Mhm.
That was-
Not me. I
I
didn't
know,
like it.
Yeah.
I liked it because
Bellico's a
I-
wanderer. She wants to wander all over.
I mean, I liked it because I'm used to my grocery store. I go in there constantly. I know where everything's at. Usually when I go in there,
Buddy.
I know what I want. Boom. I'm
I
gonna
know
shoot.
my
I'm good to
HEB
go.
every aisle and where everything on that freaking aisle is.
I'm not trying to hang out in there
Sugar.
all day. I know
Spice
what I
aisle.
need, and I'm getting it. And I'm
Center
getting the hell
about
out of
fourth
there.
or fifth over in the center of the aisle. Find your sugar right
And I'm gonna say it again. I like the one way this aisle, one way this aisle.
My wife
I
gets
mean,
mad at me.
Oh, you mean being moved like cattle?
I don't.
No, thank you.
I don't like it when they move things. Just like my house, my wife wants to move the furniture. Well, why? When we moved here, we decided we was looking around. Where's the best place for all this shit? We put it right there. What's the best
She
place
wants
for it
something
now?
new.
Right where it is, right there. No, she wants to move things. Yeah.
John,
What?
there's two reasons why she wants to move it. One, she wants a different look to that living room or wherever. Two, she wants to get underneath the furniture and get the big dust bunnies.
We did that the other day, didn't we, Travis?
Yes, we did.
We did. We did the whole house. We got a carpet cleaner, vacuum. I mean,
spring
scrubber.
cleaning.
We did spring cleaning. I'm still working on the outside decks with the power washer. Got a lot of decks on this house. A lot of deck.
Yeah.
I love it. I love my deck.
Well, guys, I
Your
love all
house
you guys.
wasn't
Okay, I'm
there.
gonna get off of here,
Well, we're all going to run out the door.
and I'm
Go-
gonna,
Yeah, we're
We're all going to shut it down,
we're
Tony.
pushing that way.
Yep, we're already way over time
It
having a
won't be
grand
no
old time.
Whataburger.
Ain't going to be no
It'll
Whataburger?
be just as good.
And
No, it won't be no Whataburger. We don't have one in Indiana, but that's all right.
we're working on it, brother.
One day.
We'll get one up there soon. Don't worry. We're coming. We're spreading all over the
Sounds
place.
good to me.
All right. Aussie Dave.
All right.
Always a pleasure when you come in the room, brother. Thank you for coming in and enlightening us tonight, brother.
Thank you very much for having me.
Outstanding.
Good night, America. Good night, America.
We're working on it, brother. Every day, working to make it better. We got to. We've got no other place to go. What? Except for your house, which we're all thinking about doing, Dave. You know we are. Anyway.
Don't come today. Don't come today. The house is dirty and
The house
glass,
is a mess.
The water's like glass. Nah.
Well,
Give me a bit more notice.
I'll give you a couple more days. We're all going to show up.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Bill Jones, thank you, brother, for coming in tonight, and thank you for the conversation today on the phone. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too. And word to all my Blue Dot brothers and sisters out there, like John says, get involved, stay involved, and do whatever you can. Remember, this war is just beginning, man.
Yeah.
Those Republicans ain't giving up, so we got to keep up the fight.
There you go. Outstanding, Bill. Thank you very much for coming in here. Staying in the fight.
Yep.
That's what we got to do. And
Amen.
Ace, go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Bill.
That's okay. Take care, guys.
Yeah, outstanding. S.C. Smith, all the way from Tallahassee, Florida. Brother, keeping yourself in line down there and keeping things well in tow in Florida. We appreciate you being here, brother.
I'm doing my best, Sean. I appreciate you. Let me back in the room for the evening.
Yeah.
It's always a pleasure.
Outstanding. You gonna run over to the Blue Room? I'll meet you over in the Blue Room a little bit. Anyway, Sparky Dunk.
Yeah, sounds like somebody's doing remodeling now.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I think that's Tony.
Is that Tony?
Yeah, somebody.
No, it's not me.
Not
No,
Tony?
not me.
I think Belica's in the kitchen.
No,
my bad.
Ain't you?
No, it ain't you.
It ain't me.
It's not
It's
me.
not me. I'm used to it.
Oh, well.
So,
Oh,
John, you going to come by the front porch tomorrow?
I will definitely attempt to be over there. Yes, indeedy. Go see what's
Okay.
cooking over on the porch and hang around the back porch too. See what's happening. That's right. Tomorrow is Beer and Bud Friday, brother. That's right. Gotta stop by.
I forget about that because every day is Beer and Bud Friday.
Yeah. Okay. I got you, brother. And
When
Tony,
you're retired, you can do
that's
anything.
right. When you're retired, every day is Beer and Bud Friday. If you so decided to decree in your house, today shall be, and it
Friday.
shall be. Anyway, Spark, thanks for coming by, brother. Tony Boyd, thank you for coming in, brother. We always enjoy it when
Yes,
you
sir.
stop by.
Thank you.
We don't want to hold up
Thank
your
you.
dinner, but
Thank you for having me.
you got me wanting enchiladas.
That's
now.
all right. I don't know who's making all that noise.
I
I don't know
that's
who's making
okay.
all that noise, but it's not me.
No, that's all right.
Oh, okay, Velda.
It's-
Yeah, I'm gonna have enchiladas. She's just told me they're done. She
Oh
says,
man, you better
ready?"
go
I said,
soak it up.
"Yeah."
Anyway, Tony, thank you
Yes,
for coming in. We'll
definitely.
see you the next time you come in the room, brother. Thank you. Go enjoy your enchiladas.
Okay, you too. Thanks, guys.
You bet.
Okay, thanks, guys.
And Belica.
Bye.
Belica,
Yes.
thank you for coming by, darling. We appreciate it so much when you do.
Great. I'm sorry, but like I said, I'm in the kitchen and it gets busy in here.
We heard you in there rattling pots and pans, baby. Into that kitchen
not
and rattled
me.
it. No, I don't want to get that in my head.
That's not me. That's my daughter. She's
oh.
fixing herself a snack.
Well, there you go. Well, good for her. I've got enough songs stuck in my head. L is for the way you look at me. That's the song that I've been in my head all day long, singing around the house, looking at my wife with them loving eyes of mine. She throws a rock at me nowadays. Anyway, thank you all for coming in tonight and enjoying the show with us. We all appreciate it. Our Facebook page, our fans, our family, shit, my tongue untied. Our Facebook family and our YouTube family, we appreciate you spending your time. Our Periscope family coming by. Time is precious, and we're so thankful that you come by and spend a little bit of it with us. Mañana indeed is Beer and Bud Friday, so put the cerveza on ice, baby. Put the bud in the bowl, and let's get ready for a good weekend. It's going to be entertainment next week. Goldman goes into court and pleads guilty. But don't tell him what will happen. But anyway, we'll keep you informed and try to do our best to entertain as much as we can. I love y'all for being here. Again, take care of yourself. Get vaccinated if you haven't yet. And if you're in Ohio, baby, could be $1 million. So get after it. Who knows?
I'll see you on next season of Lottery Dream Home.
Yeah, there you go. Outstanding. Y'all say goodnight to everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. We'll see you
night.
all later. Y'all take care of yourself. We love you. Take care of yourself. Try to put a smile on your face every day. It does wonders for your health. Anyway, bye.
Bye. Good night.
Huh? Wait, what? What? Oh.
Hang on. We got one super
we-
chat coming in. So we
look
may
at
as well
that.
hang around for just a second. Wait
Yeah.
until it pops up over there.
Let me
I
pop
tried
up
to
here.
read it out over here, but it ain't showing up. It just shows me that we have one, so we'll just wait a few seconds.
All righty. There should be it. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Is this Jeopardy?
Yeah, we're waiting. Should be something pop up on the screen here in just a minute. We had another donation come in, and you should pop up on the screen with a little. There she is.
There you go.
My Jenny with her pretty toes. Dwayne Mercer came in and donated $5. Wait a minute. It had a game controller with a broken arm. It was one of them. One of the little stickers. A sticker. That's what they call. Yeah. Game controller hobbles along unhappily with a broken arm. Dwayne, thank you very much. We appreciate it tremendously. Thank you all for coming in. Huh?
Gong.
Gong. Oh, my gong. Dwayne almost didn't get the gong, man. I'm sorry, brother. Good. That's why I got a good producer. Keeps me on my toes. Y'all have a great evening, and we'll see y'all later. Good night.